All right, good to see everybody. Let's come to a nice comfortable seat in your chair. You can go ahead and sit forward a little bit so you start to root into your sit bones, lengthening your spine. And today, if you would like to, I'm going to go ahead and just take a block between my feet and a block between my thighs. If you don't have blocks available, not necessary. Sometimes this can just be nice to give us a little feedback, a little support. The other thing that you might want to do if you have a strap is, and you could just use the strap exclusively as well, but you can strap in your legs too. So that's kind of nice. So you've got that idea of squeezing in on the block a little bit and then pushing out against the strap. Kind of feels like everything is nice and contained. Completely optional. Just sort of nice to do sometimes. All right, and as you get adjusted here, you can just have a little peek down at your feet. You want to make sure that you're landing with your knees over your ankles, and then feel those shoulders balanced over your sit bones. Let's give the shoulders a little roll out here. And let's roll forward a few times. Rolling back again. And then feel those shoulder heads press back and then release down. You can take your hands on top of your thighs. Eyelids close here. Little gentle tuck of your chin so the back of your neck is nice and long. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go, ha. Again, smooth, full, deep inhale. Open your mouth, sigh the breath out, ha. One final time here. And then you're going to allow your lips to seal here. You're going to start to inhale through your nose and also exhale through your nose. Bring your attention to that sound of your breath. So any room or any sounds that are happening in the room you're in, just melt into the background. There's often chatter in our minds. Do your best not to focus on any of that too much, not to attach to it. So it also just drifts into the background until it's almost like it's not there. So the only sound you're really perceiving is that inhale through your nose and that exhale through your nose. Do a little check in with your shoulders again. Make sure that they're not creeping up around your ears. You might even do an entire body scan. Start at your feet, work your way up. So yes, there's some effort to sit here like this, but we don't want to effort more than we need to. So are there any places where there is tension, where you're gripping? If you notice that, if you observe that, soften. Just another couple moments here, soaking up this stillness. So really enjoy it. This might be the first time you've had an opportunity to sit quietly today, to check in with yourself. Good. Blink your eyes open here. And let's just move right into some cat-cow. So you can keep your hands on your thighs. You might want to take the hands slightly forward. As you inhale, you rock forward. Shoulder heads press back, elbow squeeze in. Feel this lift of your sternum. As you exhale, you go in the opposite direction, backs of the sit bones, chin drops towards chest. You're rounding, especially in the upper spine. We continue like this, just back and forth. So inhaling, finding that arch in your lumbar, your lower back. Exhaling, rounding in the thoracic, the upper spine. Continuing like this. You might return to closing your eyes again. If your eyes are open, you're just keeping your gaze soft and gentle. It's like this really soft focus. So we're still trying to keep that internal gaze. We're trying to keep everything kind of inward, kind of contemplative, even as we're moving. And you're just enjoying this rhythm that is happening in your body. You're paying attention to how your spine is feeling as we begin to warm it up, as we move into this flexion and extension. As we continue here for a few more moments, if you'd like to add an arm stretching forward and then releasing down, you can do that. Just kind of coordinating the movement. So in addition to getting into the spine here, if you're adding the arms, we start to create a little more mobility in the shoulder girdle. If you wanted to add both arms, you're welcome to do so. So once you're back to that right arm, maybe you extend both forward and up, and you're noticing how that is feeling. Doing both arms is actually a little bit of, it's a little core work. So if you try it and it feels like it's too much today, you just go back to where you were. As you know, we're always making little adjustments. We're always free to modify, to get creative. Good. So if you're extending both arms, let's do 3 more. And if you're doing opposite arms, just continue there. Do like 1 or 2 more to each side. And then just find your way back into that cat-cow. So just classic. But start to make the movement in your spine a little smaller, so that you're eventually returning to your Tadasana, your mountain pose, your nice tall seat. And then from here, we're going to start to make circles in that pelvic girdle. You might start to feel this in the outer hips. You might start to feel this in the lower back, shoulders, neck. And you can involve different parts of your body as much or as little as feels good for you. You can coordinate your breath in any way that feels good. Really nice work, everyone. Let's begin to switch directions, so kind of just unwinding in the opposite direction. Good. And then again, let's just start to make that motion a little smaller. Until you find your Tadasana once again. Maybe close your eyes here. Observe how you're feeling. Observe how it feels to come to a place of stillness after that movement. And just notice how your spine is feeling. Does it feel as though you're sitting a little taller than when we started? Just from having done some simple poses to warm the spine up. Maybe you found a little more space, a little more height. And let's just keep sitting nice and tall like this, but as you exhale, start to drop your chin towards your chest. First one of the day, as we start to stretch into the back of the neck, can always feel really, really intense. So if your shoulders start to creep up towards your ears, if you notice that that's happening, maybe lift your chin a little bit. So maybe don't drop it quite as far. And you visualize your breath going to the back of your neck, especially any places that are a little extra tight and tender. Use your breath to help create some space and ease and to open some things up. Good. Inhale, lift your chin. Good. And then let's keep the chin lifted so it's parallel to the floor. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, just bring your gaze out over that right shoulder. And let's take a couple of breaths here. So you're going to feel a little stretching on the left side, maybe not as intense as what we sometimes feel. We'll get there eventually. Good. Let's inhale back to center. And then exhale, start to pivot to the left, bringing your gaze out over that left shoulder. Breath smooth and steady here, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Good. Inhale back to center. So let's just move a little bit this time. Exhale. Look out over the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, look out over the left. Inhale, center. Couple more each side, just moving nice and slow. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze out over the left. Back to center. Good. Inhaling center. Exhale, gaze out over the left. Come back to center on your inhale. And then we're going to exhale, bring the gaze out over that right shoulder. Again, just holding here. And then maybe come out a little bit. So you're not coming back to center. You're sort of splitting the distance between the center line and then that right shoulder. And then from here, start to tuck your chin. And this is where we really can start to feel some sensation on this left side of the neck, back of the shoulders, the scapula, the shoulder blade. Again, be mindful that your shoulders aren't helping out. They're not trying to take some of the load. Keep that breath smooth and steady. If you would like a little more still, maybe you release your left fingertips down. So you're like using your your arm as a weight, gravity, to give you just a little more intensity. You can always try it out and skip it if it isn't working. Return to that sound of your breath if you've lost that thread. So periodically, we're always reminding ourselves to check in with the breath again. Last little piece here, if you'd like to lift that left arm any amount, this becomes a nice like armpit stretch. It stretches the inseam of that left arm, in addition to just intensifying things in the side of the neck, those scalene muscles. Another deep inhale. And exhale, you can release that left arm down if you took that variation. Palm can return to your thigh. So go ahead and lift your chin and then come back to center. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Gaze out over that left shoulder. And then just back out of this a little bit. So you're kind of between shoulder and like the midline of your body. And then from here, start to tuck the chin. Notice what's happening with your shoulders. Are they bunching up around your ears? Soften them down. How does this side feel different in your body? Noticing. This is really one of the skills that our yoga practice gives us and teaches us to pay attention, to get curious. This might be plenty for you. If you feel like you'd like to add another level, maybe release those right fingertips off your thigh. And just really try to let that arm hang heavy. So it's like this weight that's intensifying things a little bit. And then if you would like to start to lift that right arm up any amount. Get curious about where you're getting sensation. I'm getting a really big stretch in the armpit and inner arm area. It might be different for you. Couple more breaths here. All right, let's exhale, release that right hand down, and then inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, we come back to center. Let's give the shoulders one more little roll out here. Maybe they're feeling a little more open. Maybe they're not. That's also okay. Just noticing. And then if you're still working with your blocks and or strap, you can go ahead and move those off to the side for now. You can keep the blocks handy. We'll visit a couple of our Surya Namaskaras, our sun salutes. So that can always be nice to have, but for the moment, you don't need them. So let's come into our eagle pose, arms and legs. It's been a while since we've done that. So number one, you can just stay exactly like this, just in your simple, basic Tadasana mountain pose. If you would like to, maybe you bring the left leg a little more to the midline and then cross your right thigh over your left thigh. And then you just might imagine, I like the visualization of, you've got like those corn cob holders kind of sticking in to your outer hips. So kind of like squeezing everything in. Maybe that helps you to sit a little taller with more length in your spine. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here like this. And then we're going to inhale, take the arms out wide. We're just going to find a little twist here. But first, let's just exhale. Little twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, little twist to the left. Inhale, center. Good. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, we come to center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, we twist to the right. Extend out through your fingertips. Really find a lot of length. And then as you exhale, release hands down. So really press that left hand into that like right thigh, right knee area. Press your shoulder heads back. Find this sense of cobra pose in the upper body. So little back bend. Maybe you move towards bringing your gaze out over that right shoulder. It's just another way of kind of warming up the neck, giving it a little stretch, those muscles that get really tight there. As the left ribs are wrapping towards the right. And then again, return to that idea of keeping the outer hip squeezing in. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, unwind. You're going to take your right arm across and then left arm is underneath. So you're giving yourself a little hug here. Holding onto your shoulders, but then just starting to lift your elbows. And that's going to give you a nice stretch in the outer arm. Shoulder blades squeeze in, release down towards your sit bones. Good, and then like you're taking off a t-shirt here, reach up and out. Really nice. And then let's do one more twist here. So let's go ahead and inhale, take the arms out and up. Palms press overhead, maybe gaze up. And then keep palms pressing together. They come to heart center. And vigorously pressing palms in towards each other, widening across the backs of the shoulders. Good, nice deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, we twist left. Back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right, and we hold. So you might stay upright like this, pressing your palms together, wrapping those left ribs to the right. If you wanted to hinge forward and hook your left elbow to that right knee or thigh, you're welcome to do so. Same thing applies. Palms vigorously pressed towards the center. And in this twist, it's kind of a nice little stretch in the lower back area, outer hips. What's going on with your breath? Can you really fill up on the inhale, which gets a little trickier when we twist? Good. So from here, as you inhale, come on up. Exhale and twist to center. Release your arms by your sides. Couple of breaths, just focusing on that leg work again. So everything squeezing into the midline. And even if that's not available. You're just kind of visualizing that happen. As you think about that, does it help you to sit a little taller? Taking a moment to check in with that sound, that rhythm of your breath again. Really nice. And then we're going to come to the second side. So you can uncross your right thigh. Always remembering side to side things might look different. There's different things going on in our bodies. So again, you're always welcome to just do all of these sequences from a Tadasana position. If you'd like to explore your eagle legs, maybe bring that right leg off to the left just a little bit. And then perhaps cross your left thigh over your right thigh. Imagine you've got those corn cob holders kind of pressing in, helping you to contain everything. You're getting that support. It helps you to sit taller. So focus is on the legs here and the breath. You're inhaling through your nose. You're exhaling through your nose. Just a few rounds here like this. Beautiful. So we go into that twisting sequence here. As you inhale, arms reach out wide. Firm muscle to bone. Feel those shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale, we twist left. Inhale, center. Exhale, we twist right. Inhale back to center. Final time here. Exhale, twist left. So press into your sit bones, reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, release hands down, grab a piece of chair with that left hand. Right hand is coming to that left thigh. Shoulder heads are pressing back. You're feeling this lift of your sternum. So there's cobra pose happening in our upper body. Maybe moving towards bringing your gaze out over that left shoulder. Breath smooth and steady. Inhaling, trying to find lots of length and spaciousness in your spine. Exhaling as you empty out. Perhaps it helps you to twist in just a micromillimeter more. Shoulder heads press back. Sternum lifts. Sit bones root. All right, deep inhale here. Exhale, unwind. Left arm comes on top. Right arm is underneath. Hug your favorite subject, yourself. And if you aren't your favorite subject, why not? Good. And then from here, you might start to just lift those elbows up a little bit. As that's happening, though, you're feeling those shoulder blades releasing towards your sit bones. So this is a really nice way to stretch out the shoulders. Return to that sound, that rhythm of your breath. Good. And then again, inhale, stretch the arms out and up. It almost feels like a little ballet move. Good. Couple breaths here. Find that idea of outer hips squeezing in, giving you that support, helping you sit tall. And then out and up again. Arms reach up. Maybe bring your gaze up, press palms. Exhale, keep those palms pressing vigorously as you bring them to your heart center. Make sure the shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, a little twist to the right. Back to center. Twisting to the left. Back to center. Palms keep pressing as you exhale to the right. So arms are active and engaged here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, a little twist to the left. And we hang out here. Keep pressing your shoulder heads back. Kind of lift your sternum towards your thumbs. And you're welcome to stay here like this, upright. If you wanted to hinge forward, hooking that right elbow to that left thigh. And then you can kind of just leverage in a little deeper into this twist. Vigorously press that left palm into your right palm. Maybe you're bringing your gaze slightly up. Key into that sound, that rhythm of your breath. Really focus on a nice full inhalation, feeling the expansion of your rib cage in all directions. Like your little helium balloon filling up with air. Those right ribs are wrapping to the left. All right, so as you inhale, lift up, you're still in the twist. Exhale, come back to center, and then just release those arms down. Couple breaths again here, just back where we started with this sequence of poses, our eagle legs. Things kind of squeezing into the midline so we can sit nice and tall. And then let's just go ahead and uncross that left leg if you took that variation. Just readjust, find your knees over your ankles again, find your lovely Tadasana mountain pose. And let's move into a few of our sun salutes. And we're just gonna flow right away today. This is where you might wanna have your blocks set up on either side of your feet. Not necessary if you don't have them or they're not close by. Don't worry about getting them. Arms release down. As we inhale, you can reach out and up or forward and up. So you exhale here, you can swan dive in, or you could use your hands to help you roll on down. Inhaling, hands on shins or thighs or blocks, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, fold in. And then rooting down, again, reverse swan dive up or use your hands to help you roll up. Maybe you gaze up as palms press overhead. Exhale, hands out wide into center or just down the midline. As always, ways to mix and match these Surya Namaskaras. All right, here we go, a couple more. Inhaling. Exhale, empty out, fold in. These look so lovely. Inhale, lengthen. I think sun salutes are one of my favorite things in the world. Exhale, fold. And then make your way back up. Palms come together at your heart. So I'm not going to cue you. We're going to do two more. You're going to move with your breath, unless you don't feel like doing two more, in which case you could sit quietly. You could simply do cat-cow again, or those little Sufi rolls. So always options, always permission to modify and change things as you need on any given day. And soak up that sound of your breath. It is like your soundtrack here. When you're done with that third round, palms come together at your heart. You are in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Allow your eyelids to close. Check in, notice how you're feeling. There's some heat happening perhaps. Maybe your heart's beating a little faster. And in the context of all of that, maybe it feels like you're sitting a little taller than you were at the beginning of class. You found some space inside your spine. Maybe you're feeling a little clearer, a little more awake. Good. Blink your eyes open here. Release your hands down to your thighs. All right, so let's move into a little hip opening. We're going to do some warrior two, but we're going to do it with those eagle arm variation again. So, as always, Tadasana, this is completely an option. You could just stay here like this. If it's available, go ahead and open up that right leg any amount. So we're finding a warrior two leg. And it's going to look a little different for all of us. It can just be the tiniest amount of opening. Do make sure that your knee is over your ankle or that your ankle is slightly ahead. And then you have the option to stay here with your left knee bent. It's in that Tadasana shape. You also could extend that leg to straight, or perhaps you open that leg up and then roll to the inner edge. So this, looks a little more like the classic pose, but they're all approximating the same thing, so they're all absolutely fine. So play with where you want to be. And then bring your torso, square it towards your camera. So instead of facing out over that right leg, it's facing towards the side of the room. And then let's actually lift or release our arms down. And then inhale. Let's reach out and up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Just a couple times like that. Releasing all the way down. Inhale, take up space, reach up, maybe gaze up. And exhale. So this time a little different. Inhale. Let's reach out and up. And then this time exhale, take the arms out wide. And we're going to give ourselves a hug. We're going to take the right arm on top. Okay, so elbows again lifting here. We've been here before, so maybe it feels a little easier. If you wanted to go a little further with this, maybe bring the backs of your hands to press. Maybe bring your palms to press. So you're kind of pretzeling your arms there. Again, it doesn't matter what variation you're doing. They're all getting into similar places. So this is a shoulder opening. Wherever you're at, your elbows lift as your shoulder blades squeeze in and gently release towards your sit bones. From here, think those outer hips squeezing in so that like those corn cobs holders, again, keep that feeling. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, side bend to the left, which we haven't done today, so it'll probably feel pretty nice. Can you keep reaching your elbows up? And then from here, you're just gonna stretch your left arm down. That right arm is almost there. You're just gonna lengthen. So we're coming into a reverse warrior. Check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're not bunching up towards your ears. And then if you wanted to, start to extend that left arm up. It's like you're holding a beach ball between your hands. This is a little side core work. So getting into those obliques. Keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. As you inhale, upright yourself. Exhale, press the air down towards your mat, and then bring your gaze out over your right fingertips. So classic Virabhadrasana 2. Good, deep inhale. And then exhale, bring your gaze forward, release your arms down. Really nice work. We're going to make our way into our second side. So if you have that left leg extended, you can just work it back to center. Draw that right hip back in. And as we move into our second side, just remember that this side might look different. It might be a different variation depending upon what's going on in your body. All good. So finding some hip opening in this left leg. And the only big key here is to just make sure that your knee is over your ankle or ankle is slightly ahead. Stay here like this or extend your right leg to straight. Maybe you want to open that leg up. So you're kind of on the sit bone. You are rolling to the inner edge of your foot. This is kind of nice. It does give you a nice little, almost like a little groin stretch. So that can be nice. We're going to release the arms down by our sides. And again, we're just making that conscious choice of bringing our torso to face forward. So we're not in this warrior 1 situation, but this warrior 2 situation. Inhale, take the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. And release down. Inhale, out and up. Maybe gaze up, press palms. And exhale. Inhale, reach out and up. And then exhale, take the arms out wide. You're going to give yourself a hug. The left arm is going to come on top. So holding those elbows, stacking the elbows, holding the shoulders. Elbows gently lift. The shoulder blades release towards your sit bones. Maybe you play with another variation. So backs of the hands pressing or palms pressing. So more classic Garudasana, eagle arm pose. Listen to that sound of your breath. Think outer hips really squeezing in, a little core, belly pulling in and up. And then as you exhale, side bend to the left. So we have this reverse warrior with Garudasana arms. You can keep those elbows lifting. You can keep reaching up through the fingertips. And then just untangle yourself here. So right arm reaches down that right leg, reaching up and over through those left fingertips, wrapping those right ribs up towards the ceiling, maybe gazing up underneath your top arm. And then if you'd like to add that right arm, this intensifies things a little bit. It's definitely some core work, specifically the muscles in the sides of your body. Pretend that you're holding onto a beach ball. You're gently squeezing in so the arms are really active. And with the arms active, the outer hips active. As you inhale, come up to center. Exhale, press the air down towards your mat. Bring your gaze out over your left fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2. Breath smooth and steady. You're focused. You're feeling strong and present. Good. Bring your gaze back to the center. So gazing forward, release your hands down. Lovely. And then make your way back to your Tadasana, your mountain pose. And let's do a little alternate nostril breathing today. I just feel like that would be really nice. So I'm going to come closer here. We're going to do some little finger pops. Maybe we'll get some Zoom fireworks. I don't know. Hopefully. And then you can kind of, I don't know what to call this, but you're doing it. You're just warming up the fingers. Beautiful. Okay, so you can go ahead and release both hands down. So we'll keep our left hand down. We'll use our right hand. So we're looking to block the nostrils. As you know, I'm not too picky about what fingers you use. So any combination, if you want to play with the classic mudra, you're bending your second and third finger, the ring finger, and your pinky kind of become one. And then you're using your thumb. So find that bony part of your nose and then just lower to that soft place where the cartilage begins. Keep in mind that this right elbow is going to want to creep up. The shoulder is going to want to get involved. So you're just being mindful to keep everything nice and relaxed here. Allow your eyelids to close. Nice deep inhale through both nostrils. Full complete exhale through both nostrils. And then let's block the left inhale through the right. Exhale through the right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale through the left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. Block left, inhale right. Exhale right. Block right, inhale left. Exhale left. And final round here, block left, inhale right. Exhale right. And block right, inhale left. Exhale left. And release your right hand down. Inhale through both nostrils. And exhale. And then just pause here. Notice how you're feeling. So we started inhaling through the right side, which is the more like energizing side to begin with. So that can be really nice to do if you need a little pick-me-up, if you're having like a mid-afternoon slump. Conversely, if you're trying to wind down or trying to fall asleep at night, you could do this alternate nostril breathing, but begin with the left side. So stimulating that side that helps you to get into your parasympathetic nervous system. So that's that rest, heal mode. And speaking of rest, we are going to move towards our shavasana. So you are probably just staying exactly where you are, but the feeling tone is going to be a little different. You are kind of feeling very receptive. You're inviting your body and your brain to assimilate the work that we've just spent doing together, kind of process it all. You're putting this bookend on class, which is helpful as we transition into the rest of our day. So find a place where you can be still. Certainly if you prefer to, be in a supported child's pose, so leaning forward on something or coming into classic shavasana, you are welcome to do that. And we're here just for a few moments. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityo ma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Let your next inhale be deeper. And open your mouth, sigh the breath out, let it go. Ha. And then start to bring some gentle movement back to your body. So circle ankles and wrists, wiggle fingers, toes, stretch out. So anything that feels good here. Your awareness is coming back to your body. And you're going to eventually just land with your hands in a pile on top of your heart. Send yourself love and gratitude for showing up, for making the effort. Send each other love and gratitude for supporting one another. And just promise yourself you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of the day, week, weekend ahead. And finally, just bow your head with a smile. Beautiful work today, everybody. Thank you.